as loud on that goal explosion like it was for Oasis Weisblatt last night, but neither chance. You look at Hunter Mayo earlier, had a chance to cash in, and the Broncos in search of their first goal of the playoffs still as they play the puck in their own blue line. And Grayson Brzezinski looking to get some momentum back as Misselbacher on the wing. He'll bust in right circle. What's it going to go? Backdoor! They score! How do you like them now? 1-10. Chipped into the Tiger zone as the Broncos make changes. Here's a stretch on the near side. Matt Ward takes a hard shot, and recovered is Clarke Caswell. He'll spin and feed for Brzezinski. When he's on, he helps his entire group, and he'll chase after the puck on the entry by Brady Burney, who has the goal for the Broncos. On the near side half-field, Burney stapled and a stretch. Gonna be a breakaway. Ryder Ritchie scores! That'll probably be the same in Innovation Plex on Game 3 and 4 coming up.
It's not quite like here.
They're just always vile everywhere. Everybody is. Broncos, though, can't get set on that first power play. The drop from Mayo, and here comes Clarke Caswell. Gould swings for Misselbacher near side. Trying to work back to the point, but now has nowhere else to go. Elects to rim it, and it'll be fed to Caswell. Quickly gets a play, but a hard shot by Vidi Weissman and comes loose. And it'll go over the blue line as Mayo there to track as Pacheco's on him. And the boos rain down for Hunter Mayo. I've talked to him about it numerous times. He absolutely loves it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Here comes Caswell chipping it ahead against Jonas Wu as two Manitoba kids go after. Pickford put it on the tee for Caswell. Now to the point. Here's Mayo. Winds, no shot. Now gets it through and got it through, but rolled wide. Broncos pinching a little bit, but the Tigers do clear with 1:05 left to go in the penalty to St. Martin. The Broncos trailing by a count. Goal scorer for Swift, but back come the Tigers. And a hard rim by Van Mulligan. First man to the puck is going to be Marek Rocek as he'll take a shot from Matthew Ward. We got a penalty. It's going to go to Clarke Caswell for roughing on Matthew Ward. Things need to settle down here real fast, or this is going to get out of
his first playoff assist against his former team on the Ryder Ritchie goal. And I don't know, you never know what was said, but it would be fun to know what was said there. As
words you and I cannot repeat on this. Maybe a break for Gould. Could be a 2-on-1 with this. Ain't got it to him. Forehand. Stop by Mennigan. Something we've said a lot in the first 72 minutes of this series. Great save, Harrison Mennigan. And back come the Tigers again. Shot by Wu into the glove of Redick as the penalty. Clarke Caswell served his minor. And he's out to win a draw. Gets to Luke Misselbacher. Fights off Volatoski, but can't take the puck with him. So the Broncos are turned back, and fanning on the clear is McGregor, leading to a turnover. But the Broncos recover. In the feet of McFall is Caswell. In for McGregor, plays through the middle. Caswell, quick exit. In for Misselbacher. 2-on-2 come the Broncos as Burney makes a move through the legs of McCann. Almost did it again, but lost the puck in the corner, but he looks to grind and try and get something going. But McCann on the wall. He'll get it for Neela-Pekka Mahone and the Dallas Stars pick, and he backhands it into the Broncos zone for a... As Liam Ruck was 12th in rookie scoring as well, who finished that topic off. Now the Broncos get to the middle. Mayo winds and fires, and a broken blade. This is a chance. Matthew Ward's on a desert island here. Broncos need to counter and hurry. Here's Misselbacher trying to find it across. Quick swing, but quickly the recover. Pacheco's there. As now Mayo works it up to the middle for Misselbacher. Now for Mayo, he walked the line, lost it against Pacheco, but able to recover. Swings it for Caswell, back for Mayo. Now the captain into the middle. Here's Gould waiting. Wanted to go across for Kettles. He's parked right in front of Harrison Mennigan. To the point, and a pass goes up to Mayo, and fans on it. And he has to hustle back and play it as the good puck movement, but Hunter Mayo missed one, and you love the boos here. It's fun.
Well, you do, and a lot of play here with Hunter Mayo as he gets booed every time he touches the puck. It's so great.
Play in the new play at the line. It's going to be stolen by the Tigers. Pacheco 1-on-2. The Broncos see what the Tigers will do is shorthanded. They're just going to wind things up here as they'll kill it off. And the Broncos are 0 for 6 in the series. Now a long stretch pass goes right to Marek Rocek, though, and back to five-a-side hockey with 5:43 to go. As Rocek makes a move and kind of got stuck on the ice, but able to sift the puck far side into the corners. Van Mulligan races after with Dale right on his tail. The puck comes out on left wing. Here's Newton's making a move, and he'll just send it into the Broncos zone. And behind the net is Marek Rocek, the Czechian World Junior for a year and a half. couple of goes, but didn't get to play much in the World Juniors. He was hurt with Kelowna. But the chance for the Tigers keeps rolling. Here's Volotovsky, watches Carter Moen again, tracking at the point against Veti Väisänen, and now Connor Dale. He's got some speed. He'll have Moen with him, trying to go 2-on-2, and into the Tigers zone once again. Väisänen will turn it back as Caswell's there first, trying to swing it to open ice. Found Mayo. He walks in. His shot stopped by Megan. Rebound shipped over, and a great chance there for Moen. Couldn't cash in. Here's Caswell. He circles the wagon. Back to the point for Mayo. Lost at the point, though. And it'll skip over to the neutral zone as Caswell waits for the Broncos to tag up. And here he comes. Absorbs a check from Molendyke. And Caswell trying to work it away from Väisänen. Now picked off by Ward. And he'll take off with Ryder Ritchie on the near side wing. But Kettles turns it back. But Dingman has to support as the Broncos take a hard shot. But Ward.
Oh, and had a chance on net, and a good one.
Yes, he did. And now you see it. You got Gould, Caswell, and Rondo. So Terrace McEwen, who's done it all year, and that's not a bad experiment to shuffle your lines. Caswell has some room in the slot, gets to the middle. His drive, it rolled through and just wide. You feel some chances by these Broncos have been just inches away from going in.
Well, of course they have, and that's a crafty shot there by Clarke Caswell. So smart out there with that puck as the Bronco captain.
As that puck will roll into the slot, McKenna. His back turned to the play, but as dangerous when he's not facing the net. Knows where everybody is on the ice as Kettles. Lost it. Mayo playing it to open ice, but behind Rondo, trying to chop at it, and it will go off the wall and out, but it is going to be icing. Not as many ice. If it isn't for Reed Dick with that most recent save, might be worse. Long shot by Mahonen, and it's going to be at the point. Forced stop by Reed Dick again. As Hunter Mayo surveys, and he'll take liberties into his own hands and out on right wing. Gets to center, hard rim, and into the Tiger zone where it's Van Mulligan. He'll backtrack as Gould goes from Connor Dale. He hasn't put up the points. I've talked to Connor a lot about that, and I've told him a few times, don't worry about it. It'll come. Because he has the speed to do anything in this league. And now it's Brady Burney. Great individual effort, trying to split the D. Drops for the trailer. Misselbacher, but another save by Harrison Menigan, robbing the Broncos' leading scorer, who had 42 of them, and 3 of them past Menigan, but Menigan wins that battle. As the
Season certainly the leader among the Broncos team, and what was he in the league, 8th or 9th?
He was 8th in league scoring. Now the Broncos, Caswell, stretch pass, going to go off the wall. Pickford cut off by Burney. Icing waved off because they fought for
There you go.
Broncos lose the draw, but they're able to clear anyway. And a play off the wall by Marcus Pacheco is picked off by Caswell, but it's, again, Misselbacher, Burney, and Caswell back together for the time being. And through the neutral zone, Burney, who opened the scoring for Swift Current in this playoff. On the wall, Brzezinski trying to find Caswell, gets turned around. Burney got upended by Matthew Ward, but the Tigers were offside, and a hard shot of Harrison Menigan. Clean win by the Broncos again. Rochek activates. He gets slashed in a late call, and he milks it, and he gets it. Averages to kick in real fast and get within one, and they win the draw cleanly. Mayo to the middle. Up for Caswell. Back for Mayo. You'd love a boomer from the point here. Caswell shot on the way. It's going to be blocked. Now Van Mulligan off the wall and gets it clear. Broncos are winning draws. They're just not formulating a chance to get through as Tigers are getting into lanes very well.
They don't have a lot of time to do so as the Tigers play a very, very aggressive style.
Hard on the points.
You can do that when you're up 3-1 in a game, more so than when you're not.
As Ryland Gould dipsy doodles around one check, but a good poke by Van Mulligan. Out for Ward as Kettles and Ward get tied up, as Ward giving a couple extra shots to Kettles. They'll shove at one another in front of the referee. Kettles got to be careful. Keep your head on a swivel. And does as Matt Ward has got under the skin of his former team a little bit here in this game number 2. Caswell to Gould, in for Misselbacher, trying to feather it ahead for Gould. Back to the line for Misselbacher. Nowhere else to go, trying to give it to Gould, but he gets rammed off the puck by Molendyke, and Volotovsky ahead for Pacheco, shorthanded. Here come the Tigers trying to make something happen. But Volotovsky cut off, and now it's keep away time, but Caswell takes him off the puck, but Volotovsky's right there again, and Kettle's trying to lower the boom, but Pacheco out. It's chipped and goes to Misselbacher. He doubles back, is harassed by Veti Väisänen, and Hunter Mayo. One last look here with 41 seconds to go, and Broncos can't even get
a quick strike here after that Tiger pressure.
A turnover created, and the Broncos cash in. Have not seen that yet for the first time. Huge goal. Here's Jim Deuce.
Well, Ryland Gould. Assist number 21, Connor Dale. That
comes Pacheco as Broncos don't want to give up another. Caswell stretches. And who sets him up there, Ernie? Connor Dale. He's been great on a hard shot as Misselbacher gets upended. He's not going to get a call. And back come the Tigers. Trouble 3-on-2. St. Martin with blazing speed. Waits for some ice to open. Comes into the slot. He has a chance. Shot stopped by Dick. As Brzezinski keeps Matthew Ward, and Brzezinski just went after it. And
interesting to see if the
recovery is McKenna, and Gould's going to beeline quickly. The Broncos almost got burned on a change here, but McKenna's on an island. Puts on the brakes, trailer, and it's off a leg. And it'll be tracked out into the neutral zone. 9:48 left to go in the second period. It's a 3-2 game still in the Swift Plumbing and Heating penalty kill for another 56 seconds. There's no room.
I knew you were going to say that again tonight.
Well, there's no vacancy.
There was a vacancy where I was staying.
Oasis Weisblatt for Richie. Sharp angle, trying to bust out, wrap around on his backhand. He'll have a lay of the land and give it to Gavin McKenna. His wrister on the way, redirected by St. Martin. Loose puck, it's jammed, and they score. Reed Dick did not have full coverage of that. Mayo, he gets back quickly. He almost gets clipped, but he able to keep going. A feed for Caswell, picked off and read by Molendyk. Back come the Tigers, 3-on-1 trouble. Here's Molendyk across, trying to stuff it in a save made by Dick. Signet Marcus Ruck lost it, and good speed by Bernie. His stick lift, trying to feed it for Misselbacher. Picked off the bench by Pacheco, and Bernie takes it right back. But it's going to be Molendyk through to center. St. Martin trying to bust in. Stolen by Misselbacher and out to the neutral zone with less than 5 minutes to go. This will be read by Kettles. Now here come the Broncos. Could be a 3-on-2. Bernie to Caswell left circle. Keeping backdoor for Misselbacher. Not close enough, but batted in from the point. Bernie, he goes to work against Weissenen. Now turn around, Caswell trying to stuff it through. He's got it. He scores. The captain answers with 4:30 to go.
In every situation, and moments ago in the second period, it was Ryland Gould for the Broncos, getting his third or fourth grade A chance of the series, and finally it goes in, and this time it's Clarke Caswell. Great defense out there by the Medicine Hat Tigers, rubbing the Broncos out a couple of times during that play.
Of Harrison Megan. Clarke Caswell, his first of the playoffs, and the Broncos drew a penalty late here in the second period, and they have a chance to try and get their first power play goal of the series. It'd be big. They're 0 for 7 right now. Caswell at the point, wrister on the way, and somehow against Oasis Weisblatt, he'll pull it back to Caswell, trying to find an open Mayo, but that was read by Van Mulligan, stolen by Mayo. Open for for Misselbacher. Now in the corner, Gould back for Misselbacher. They're keen in on 26, so he doesn't let it go. Led the team in power play goals with 13 in the regular season. Caswell to the slot. Gould back. Misselbacher in for Caswell again. Waiting, now fires. It hits Kettles. Loose puck net front, but Kettles will rim it up for Mayo, but that took a really nasty hop. Tigers trying to clear it. It just gets over the stick of Misselbacher, and now scampering back is the Broncos' leading scorer. He's going to try and turn and burn. He'll hand off to Ryland Gould, though. Here come the Broncos, and a drop pass to the captain. Caswell, great individual effort, keeping and firing. He had Minigan beat, but he fired it a mile wide on the few face-off battles in practice before, I would think, for the last 2 years. Caswell gets it to Mayo, and they got some room to work. Caswell for Misselbacher. His wrister hits the mask. Loose puck! Somehow! Did Minigan make a save or not? I think that hit an errant stick, but it might have been off the paddle of the Tiger goaltender.
And the light came on.
It did. They thought it was going in. That was a great chance on the power play. And Harrison Minigan, I think, got the back of the paddle. That could be save of the night.
Goal judge not as confident as the fans here that the Tigers might have this one.
Nilo Pekka-Mahonen trying to clear. It's off the glass and out. As Reed Dick will just leave it off for the captain. Clarke Caswell has it within one. We got 27 seconds left on the clock here on a Prairie Sky Well Services power play. As Caswell looking for a drop. He's got the man he wants. Ryland Gould has a goal in the period. Feathers it ahead for Kettles. Back to Gould. Sharp angle. He turns back. He's squashed on the wall by the Tiger penalty kill. As it's going to be Kettles with 10 seconds left, trying to create here. Scoops it free. Open. Here's a chance. Misselbacher in the slot. He fires and rips it high. One last call, perhaps. Caswell swings it. He fans on the pass. It's stolen by Pacheco. Broncos had a chance with Luke. Fresh ice, Broncos with a late chance on the power play for another 29 seconds. Whipped by Caswell. Now for Misselbacher. Wants to shoot. Hands off, though, to Gould. Now he'll swing for the captain. Caswell up for Mayo. Back for Caswell. Nowhere to go. Now it's Misselbacher again. Contested by St. Martin. Can't get a lane. Now has to hand off to Gould. Trying to make a move. Misselbacher has it. Trying to sneak into the corner. Nowhere else to go, and he gets rubbed out of the play, but the Tigers will eliminate that power play chance. The Broncos now 0 for 9 in this series. As we've played a minute of this third period, Broncos trailing by a count of 3-2. They're going from left to right on your radios in their home whites, or their road whites, I should say. And the Tigers going from right to left. Ryland Gould with a goal in the second period. Fans on a pass. Back come the Tigers, but McKenna is turned back by Peyton Kettles. He'll get it to Misselbacher over the and he does his job. Great assignment by that group, Ernie.
I was just about to talk about Carter Moen on that last shift. Talk about entering the Western Hockey League playoffs.
Here's a partial 3-on-2 for the Tigers, but that's taken away. The Broncos have diffused any transition play by the Tigers so far in this third period. Trailing by a single shot nearing the 4-minute mark. And here's Luke Misselbacher going to work against Jonas Wu as he tracks the puck in behind the Tiger net, looking for some help. Has Caswell trying to work it on the back end. It hits the face, and it's an errant high stick, but it's going to be called St. Martin. Thriving in pain, and do we have
to go here in their fourth one of the game?
Face-off win. It's off the draw, and a good forward win by the Tigers as Tanner Mollendijk turns it back. Here's Newton's trying to turn around, and nowhere else to go. The Broncos are going to kill it off here as the puck will be swung, and here's Gould making his way through the middle. And now on the left wing side, he'll drop it for Caswell. Trying to find some open ice. Mayo, a chance. Holds, no shot taken. McCann contested him, and back comes Medicine Hat. We're Vicin into center. He'll flip it into the Swift zone where Reed Dick will try to stop it off, but Rochek's there to follow up. And here's Caswell across for Mayo. Makes a quick play. Bates Schaefer Gordon Carroll and finds an open Luke Misselbacher trying to get it ahead, but that's cut off by Neil Pekka Mahonen. And back come the Tigers. Here's Liam Ruck forced to the outside. Trying to hand off to Gordon Carroll across for Marcus Ruck. Back for Liam. Shot, shoulder saved by Dick. Fighting it off. And Marek Rochek will take off. Trying to speed it ahead for Bernie. Trying to have some room with Misselbacher, but turned away. Great move by those.
For big deadline moves, do they make the same moves at the deadline?
I don't think
or
you
do they still do it?
I think you make the Mollendijk trade. I'm curious if you make the Ryder Ritchie trade, though, because you already had your homegrown with Tomas Mersic, who went to the PA Raiders. And you probably make the Mollendijk trade. That's about it. If you have Caden Lindstrom, who might be the best power forward this country has seen in the last 6 years. And he may never play another game in the Western Hockey League. Here's side. Marcus Ruck tied up by Gabriel, but it's flipped free by Jonas Wu as he makes a move up for Gordon Carroll. Ahead for Liam Ruck. One-on-one with McGregor. Feathers it through. It bounces. Rolls away off the pad of Reed Dick and into the corner. As now Gordon Carroll and Caswell dig it loose. It's swung for Liam Ruck. Drops and it's Rochek. Simple boards and outplay. Held on the wall by Wu, but taken by the Tigers, and they'll hold it in again. Great job by McGregor. He deals as the 07, the 08 do battle. McGregor's got to get his hand off Gordon Carroll here. They may put the whistles away anyway. Now it's Marcus. Sharp angle. Trying to find St. Martin. He can't turn around and fire, but he'll keep onto the puck. Now has some room. He's got great moves. Great deke to the backhand. Stop. Gordon Carroll side of the net. Can't get a shot away. As McGregor takes it away from Gordon Carroll again. The Broncos are just being put the screws to here. Pinned in as a late hit by Matt Ward as he'll try to disrupt play, but Bernie has it on the wall. Caswell, quick cross-ice pass, almost on the tape for Misselbacher, but he's able to backtrack. The Broncos got to go north with the puck here. And now a chance, and there's some room. Here's Luke Misselbacher through the center circle as he's into the Tiger zone. Handing off for Moen. Off the bench, long shot. It's a bouncing puck. Rolls to Caswell, but he can't do anything with it as Mahonen boards and in. He's going to chase after, but he'll be Caswell. Volotovsky pulled back by the Tigers as Tanner Mollendijk. For Matthew Ward, gets it to center, but that's it. Hunter Mayo has had a little bit of time to rest as Peyton Kettles has carried a lot of the mail on the back end here as Caswell makes a move but finds Hunter Mayo. He's a shot away from doing something brilliant, and you can talk about that in a moment, but Hunter Mayo has some cheekiness to his game too.
If he got something done offensively, they'd really boo him, and I'd love to see it.
Well, he almost fooled Harrison Manga just to play off the back wall. You're going to test everybody's psyche a little bit as it's puckering time here in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal, but the Tigers will not allow entry as Reed Dick will push it ahead for Marek Rocek. Off the wall, not clean. Kept in by Pacheco. It rolls to McCann, trying to get a shot away. Now fires and way wide, but it looks like a grasp of the glove of Reed Dick. Kept to the point. Now another shot. It hits a body, goes through, and good read by the Bronco defender Marek Rocek. Looking to take off. Cross-ice pass, and it's read by Pacheco, though, as they're trying to spring Brady Burney. Now come the Tigers again. Pacheco out front. It's knocked down, but it rolls to Mahonen. His wrists are on the way, and it goes wide, where Gould will push it out to the neutral zone and down to 6:20 in regulation. Broncos need...
Thing to do is try to get two.
There we go. Power play goal. That's heartbreak for the Broncos. They deserve a better faith than that. Here comes Hunter Mayo trying to bull things through. As Brady Burney trying to draw things up, as Ryder Ritchie will have a pair of goals. That is... I got to be careful here. I was the most fine broadcaster in the Alberta Junior Hockey League for decades, so I don't want to start to cut into Les Lazaruk's lead. I only say that because I love Les.
I love him more.
How, again, the Broncos are kind of going for it here. They make a quick change as a high stick is tagged with 3:11 to go.